I'm just gonna be sketching some ice cream trucks, like it says right there. Trying out some new streaming setups. Grabbing some markers over here. Do I only have one? That's not possible. Okay, yeah, 2 ones, some pens, and some paper. Continuing with some trucks that I did before. We have these 3D ones here, but I just want to explore some side views more rather than exploring these 3D ones here. So, starting some side views using some of these reference. I think, liking the starting point. So probably going to start with something like this when I go on to the next page here. Just thinking that maybe I will be... What will I maybe be doing? I already forgot. Yeah, well, just time to start sketching. If you're joining, then of course ask a question. We're just gonna do some side views here, and if I'm just looking down, there's no reason for you to see my face. So let's turn that off right there. Okay. So I liked this truck right there. So we're just going to start with that design. Kind of copying it over from the last one. Tough thing about a truck like this is that it's pretty boxy. So it feels like there's not too much options for form development in it, but we're in a search for as much as possible ways to make this interesting and exciting while still being accessible for this purpose of delivering ice cream. Of course, we deliver some other things too, but yeah, let's make it ice cream. Maybe it could even be taller over here. Could focus on doing some little details there. Break that up this way, that way. Let's go this way. This one's a little long over here. Make my wheels just a little smaller, be able to fit more on the page there. There's a runner I follow on YouTube who does these things called ranty runs, where he just runs for like 30 minutes and talks about something that is frustrating him, just to get it off his chest and share it with people. And I like the idea of it. I don't want to just be ranting on this, so I'm not arguing with what he's doing. I'm just saying I don't think it makes sense for me. I like this. Like, what if a door could also be, the place where people buy the ice cream off the side. So we're reducing how many openings this thing needs to have. I do like this kind of trapezoidal shape, so let's go into that a bit more with the next one. Some rough measurements there to keep some proportions in this design. Again, starting off this next one with a trapezoid shape there, because I liked it so much in the last one. You got to keep that trapezoid because it's a delivery truck, it's a box truck, so mostly we want to maximize that interior space. So that's what I'm thinking about as I do this, but just finding ways to make that just a little bit more interesting, dynamic in the front and or back end. Like this big door right here. So again, we're gonna do something like that. So that it opens up. Like these, like possibly double doors here that could flip open, and then this would actually flip up. Makes actually getting in and out probably a little bit of trouble, so maybe we do need a separate door. Who knows what regulations would say about exactly what this thing should be. Alright. On the next one, we do this one here, and I've been sketching them bigger. Here and here and here. Yeah, I could fit 4 rows. 4 rows on here if I squeeze them together just a little bit. Start off with that front end. Give it a little bit more of a sort of angular system to it. Maybe just build off the cab first. How could this cab and sled platform here be just an interesting design on their own that we could then add like the ice cream truck element back there. That's nice. That's nice. Okay. Just get some more design options in here. Still gotta open it up. Maybe we serve ice cream at the back here. This opens up or something, so that kind of gives us some opportunities on the side there. Not the best ice cream truck. Maybe it's more like a dump truck, but I do like that. Changing up my approach to the design a bit. So we'll try starting from that front end again. Or actually, no, let's start from the sled. Alright, so if this is built on this sled here, all the batteries down there as the starting point. Need like some front bumper stuff. Well, then we could have like this little thing up here for when you're driving that is not entirely attached to the rest of it, and we could have this piece back here that fits into the sled. A little bit of an angle there. Some small opportunities for some design variety there. Try putting the serving area, and again, right here on the side. And also even like a space for like a menu next to it. Though it is starting to look a little bit more like a dump truck. If you're just showing up, leave a comment. What's your favorite ice cream? Because I am sitting here sketching and talking, and I don't know what I should be talking about. So I'm just talking about whatever. So if you tell me your favorite ice cream, that's like a starting point for me to work from. Or even let me know that you're lactose intolerant. Super simple form right there. I like that. Maybe there could be kind of even like a step area kind of built into here. I don't like this like straight down line right there though. I like this with this big window on the side, but also that just kind of curves back a little bit at the end there. And that's pretty cool. Kind of looks like little turtles in the tire right there. All right, let's try something really different. Well, not really different, but really different from what I've been doing. I've been starting with these boxes. Let's start with like a triangle here. Change up the shape. See if it can push me to do something different. Everything's a triangle on this one. We do some small variations within those triangles. Let's even start it someplace that doesn't quite make sense. See what happens. How can I make this work for this ice cream truck? Everything a triangle as much as possible at first. Not really. Well, you know, I said everything a triangle. Not these tires are not triangles, so let's put at least one in that there. We'll switch from just saying everything's triangle to we'll even put like 3 lines in places, like the 3 sides of a triangle, 3 dots in places. take that front end a bit more, because that's the part that was feeling awkward of how those two are connecting together. Yeah, try triangle in reverse. Well, reverse over that last one. That makes a bit more sense. Getting away a bit from what makes sense for an ice cream truck with this. But right, so if someone's standing straight up in this, and they are about this tall, and someone outside is about this tall, if like they're not on the sidewalk, and if there is a sidewalk there, then they're just a little bit taller. So that's a nice kind of like consideration of if there's an opening right around here. So maybe there is a window that exists right here, along with the window over here opening up. But how can we make it? Oh, we can make it actually open like that. So we can still have two triangles there. Maybe those two open up to allow people to, again, sit and either stand on the ground relative to the truck, or on the sidewalk relative to the truck to get ice cream for this person. There's not too much difference in their eye level. All right. To anyone watching right now, I'm almost done. What would you like to see me sketch next? Because I think I'm going to keep doing ice cream trucks, because I just want to design one for fun. But when I say to keep doing them, I'm going to keep doing them for the foreseeable next few months. Just slowly chipping away at what I think a cool electric vehicle might look like for this very blocky thing. So when I say what do you want me to sketch next, like next right now, because I do want to take a break from an ice cream truck, but it always helps when someone else just tells you to do it, and you work in that within that constraint. Okay, it keeps looking like a dump truck. Oh, it's not. I need to change the title of this. It says Sketching Robots. This is a Friday night sketching. Sketching. So yeah, let's change the feed name to be more appropriate. It's just Friday night sketching, and currently doing ice cream trucks. Anyway, let's make it like a monster truck or something that it is a bit almost like an off-road ice cream truck. Yeah. Alright, we gotta deliver ice cream to someplace hot. So I have a little bit more of some shocks in there. A little retractable step in there. If we saw this thing from side view, it might be a little bit wider so it doesn't fall over. Give it some treads on there. Oh yeah. Now we can get ice cream. Some people way off-road. You know what? Also, let's just add like a porthole, like it's a boat, and it's gonna need some like bumpers, and even something back here. Someplace just for a little flag. There's a window, and there's a window. But I do like how it's just, oh yeah, right, it's off-road, a little bit of sun, so we need just a little bit of shade right there. We also might want some lights at the top. I already like the off-road ice cream truck 10 times more than all the rest of them, just for something different. What is another scenario of where I can put an ice cream truck into a just different place? Antarctica. So what if we need, what does an ice cream truck look like in Antarctica? It probably has some treads. So we'll start with that. Probably has to plow itself through some snow. This might definitely have like a rear access hatch that I can fold down. And similar to the, there's just a super narrow glass right there. Some kind of communication array at the top. And I guess only door access is in the back here. One last ice cream truck for this page, just to explore. I'll go even bigger with the rear tire there. Like a drag racing ice cream truck. The exact opposite of what an ice cream truck should be doing in terms of driving down streets safely. But it can get that ice cream to you faster than any other truck. I mean, at this point, we should probably have just made a motorcycle. And a little person for scale right there. All right. Change this. Day, night, sketching. And just, we'll be conservative here and just put pen on the ones I like. I think the dune buggy ice cream truck just makes the most sense as far as trying to deliver ice cream to a place that can use it, because if you're in the sand dunes, it's probably pretty hot. And then in the next Mad Max movie, absolutely. I mean, they're always, what if Mad Max was, instead about water, they were just concerned about the world running out of ice cream? So maybe I even need a place for like cows in this truck so it could actually take care of them. Unless everyone's used to like cashew milk and oat milk. I sure hope there is another Mad Max movie. It's just incredible that the director, and I'm sorry I can't remember his name right now, George Miller? Oh no, I got the name wrong. Who directed Mad Max? Mad Max Fury Road director. Oh, George Miller. Okay, I feel better. I got it right. Has had an incredible career in terms of the variety of things he's done. Most surprising that he did Babe, Pig in the City. Right. So about a talking pig, and that he did Mad Max. Right. There's a person who just enjoys his craft, not particular about doing a certain type of film, but open to trying new things. May we all be like that, open to trying new things. So maybe get some interesting flavors in these ice creams. Is that in focus? Oh man, I've been out of focus the whole time. Very close. Much better. All right. Well, let's explore one of these triangle trucks at least. I think this one's probably the best one. And so even though I put something in marker, it doesn't mean I have to translate it over into the pen. So we're going to take this cut that I actually had there and just make it like it was one big piece there. And even back here, take this. And we'll do that piece right there. So it's one big thing. But now just seeing if I can, in small places, can pull in a few of those details I was talking about earlier with the 3-line details. Any other designs that I like here? For an ice cream truck, I guess these two are kind of interesting. This is probably the one that feels like it'll work the best. So let's take that one and put it into pen. Thank you, Faux Turkey. like that line there. I like a lot of stuff going on there. What if we do something like this? I like this one. I like that one. Oh, it's while I delay a little bit looking at these, assessing which ones I like. Let's just go put a title on here. So more ice cream trucks. As well as the date 2021 03/12. Pick out at least one more truck in here. Oh, of course we should label all of them. 1, 2, 3. Actually, I should actually start from 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24. And that's just so, right, when you're looking at something, or even when you're just like, hey, I like that one, you don't have to say that one, you can say I like number 18, right? Because I started labeling at 13 because I had the 12 from before, right? So now I can start comparing designs and seeing which ones I like and which ones I don't like. So I'm looking to just add some detail to something over here because I haven't put anything on the ones over here yet. Some pen line to them. And 17 is sticking out and 13 is sticking out. So I'm guess I'm gonna put some detail on those. Let's do a 17 because it's the one that has the nice little place for a menu back there. I'm liking this mirror. Also kind of has like a lot of little opportunity for some details, how lines come together that make this thing feel just a little bit more real within how unreal this thing is. If I do end up picking this one to explore further, the biggest challenge is how do I make it not look like just a dump truck in the back. You know what? If this is this electric sled here, maybe one of the things we can do is that those back wheels aren't really going to turn too much anyway, so we can just cover it up. Now eventually they're going to have to access it, and so we'll need some sort of like cover that gets removed, but we can try covering it up. And already not a fan of the way it looks, but try some new things out. See if it'll work or not. Don't knock till you try it. Put it down on paper. See if it's working. I do like the way though that this is ending up right there. Alright. And the first one on the page here. Kind of a continuation of a previous page's work. Some more obvious doors in there. And a window for serving ice cream. Yeah, I think that's a good amount there for those. Whoa. Alright, so that is just some ice cream trucks there. Time to pick a different topic. What do I want to do next? I think it was pretty strict with those side views. So let's just do some random things in here. It's pretty faint. So we'll go ahead and start inking these people as I warm up to sketching some people here. Get rid of that headband she was wearing earlier. Means I gotta do a lot of texture, but okay. Is it important to draw them realistically or stylized? Well, I'm drawing. The long answer is it just depends. If I'm just making things up from my mind, then I'm not really going to focus too much on realistic. I do find that if I'm sketching people, like so when I ride the bus or the train and I sketch people on the bus or the train, I am often doing a sort of caricature of them to capture their features. It just makes it a bit faster for me when I have limited time to sketch a person, to just catch their big features. I'm also mostly a line work person, so to do a more realistic person, I think it would be really helpful to be having some textures, and some shading in there. And when I'm just using like the lines like this, it takes a bit more work. It's not impossible. There's definitely people who do very realistic sketches of people with pens like this. It just takes a long time, or to me it takes a long time. They might be more practice in it and it would take them less time. And so here I'm going super stylized for this next person. So if you could add context to, what your question about, what you want to show when you're drawing your person, that could help define if whether it's important to do them stylized or realistic. I find that the sort of caricature style of drawing people like this, again, is just helpful for like a quick, for you able to get something quickly on the page that kind of looks like them. But that's because I haven't really spent the time to sit down and do like more realistic people. I'm not a character artist or anything by any means. It's just something to do and for fun after being pretty loose with some of my other work. No, sorry. It's something to do for fun to stay loose compared to other work that's a bit stiffer. So, I mean, just your question there is just has in my mind of like drawing like more and more stylized people to see how far I can take this. Style can start to be used for a lot of things. Whether it's working in like the limitations of a certain medium, or maybe you're trying to express a certain emotion or feeling and having the work Stylize can help to convey that. So right now, just like making up people from my head, and I said this person's going to be a bit more boxy. Now I'm going to ask myself, can I take this person here that I just sketched extremely square and make them a bit more realistic? So it looks like she's got some kind of curly hair, broad nose, some glasses. They could still be square, and square jaw. Of course, it's a square jaw because it's square, but that it is just so big. It doesn't taper too much, so it is a bit of a stronger jaw. So let's try drawing her slightly more realistically in this next one. So real person like this, more realistically by comparison. To that first previous sketch. So I feel like she had kind of a stronger jaw in there. But she did have some kind of curly hair. Ooh, it's a little bit at an angle there. I have to straighten this out just a bit. Face is a little skewed because I was looking at it from an angle, but let's see how we can fix it. You know what? Let's even make this go by just a little faster. Pick up a calligraphy pen and it'll make it easier to fill some of these things in here. And so we're still very stylized for this. Just less so than the first one was. Got a little space left for at least 1, 2, maybe 3 more people on here. Let's go bold and go straight into it with the pen here. Nope, chickening out. Not sure about the proportions there. At least want to set something down in marker first. Let's do some with a bit more of a triangle shaped head. Triangle at the top then. They have a triangle shaped head, but they're they're not meant to be an elf, that's for sure. We got at least one more person on the page here. Any requests for starting point shapes? Circle, square. Alright, one last face. It'll be a little flat as we squeeze it in here. I kind of feel like doing a beard of some kind. Kind of like a Santa Claus character, because I want to do some kind of like, I want to do a beard. I want to do like something super wrinkly, so I can just pull out a pen work down on the page. This person is not an attractive fella. Right. A version of him after a makeover. What kind of makeover? Do we want to trim the beard in a different way? Yeah, I need some makeover tips because I'm not really sure. He didn't even end up the way I wanted him to the first time, but we can try to make him end up the way we want to a second time. We'll have to do a small one, and we're going to keep it on this page. So let's get a little closer. And do a post makeover version right here. It's got this kind of roundish, flattish head. Got that nose right there. But after our makeover, he's going to be happy. So we're going to smile on his face as a starting point. And we will trim his beard down a little bit. Trim his not his nose hairs, his ear hairs. And even like trim his eyebrows a bit, so some a little more clean cut. And oh yeah, look at that. Didn't take much. So it just turns out this guy's been doing his beard wrong the entire time. And you need to get his eyebrows done. Still wanna, again, his makeover gonna do some things, but he's gonna have a little bit of the wrinkles still showing through. But definitely he is much better post makeover. All right. I think that is, oh, what do we do? What's today's date again? The 2021-03. 12. I think that is it for me today. Thanks for joining. Thanks for commenting. Just trying to find a time that makes sense to do this maybe on a more regular basis, just for fun, for me to sketch and show people how I sketch when I sketch for myself, instead of all the tutorials that I'm always doing. So if there's a time that you think works better for you, let me know and I'll take it into consideration as I'm searching for that time throughout the week that makes sense for me. Have a good night.